Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Vince McMahon launches a new entertainment company, an AEW star to cause a big shift in WWE's women's division, fans are furious with Karrion Kross getting dropped, a Super WrestleMania, Wade Barrett forgot SmackDown was still on the air, and much more. As always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good, as number one, Naomi is a pure psychopath. What happened to the Naomi renowned for her high-energy presence? Naomi's transformation from the purveyor of the glow to her current persona has been both chilling and exhilarating. Naomi continued showing that she has no boundaries when she revealed that she popped by Bianca Belair's parents' home and looked through the family photo album, looking through memories of happier times when she was still besties with Bianca Belair. As psychopathic as that was, Naomi put an ice-cold dagger into Bianca's heart when after Belair warned her to stay away from her parents, she said it would be bad if both Bianca and her mum ended up in a wheelchair. This girl is absolutely unhinged right now. Number 2, R-Truth vs Solo Sikoa's husky son. And R-Truth delivered another belly buster last night, this time saying he's never saw JC Mateo until last night and mistaking him for Solo Sikoa's husky son. In the famous words of Michael Cole, this was vintage R-Truth. Number 3, Cody roasts Logan Paul. A Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso vs John Cena and Logan Paul is shaping up to be an intriguing match. At least if last night's mic battle was any hint of what to expect at Money in the Bank. Now at least during this exchange, Cody roasted Logan Paul, suggesting he was going to go backstage and polish John Cena's Peacemaker, a reminder that Rhodes can push the envelope on the microphone. Equally interesting was the brief dissension between Paul and Cena when Cena advised the Maverick to bail on an impromptu fight with Cody in main event Jey. I mean, just look at John Cena's face. He just looks thrilled to be working with Logan Paul, right? And this guy really is ruining wrestling. Our fans are already buzzing at the possibility of Paul and Cena having an in-ring meltdown. Number 4, 2 solid Money in the Bank qualifiers. Now, as expected, last night's 2 Money in the Bank qualifiers delivered 2 entertaining matches, with Naomi edging out Nia Jax and Jade Cargill to advance, and Andrade scoring a surprise win over Carmelo Hayes and Jacob Fatu, and naturally Fatu wasn't pinned. Money in the Bank remains a fan favorite, and as we've seen over the last few years, WWE has done well turning the qualifier matches into special events by themselves. And number 6, SmackDown, the home of tag team wrestling, Garza's vs Evans and Phoenix. Javon Evans made his SmackDown debut last night, and although SmackDown has some weaknesses keeping it from being must-see television, its tag team division isn't one of those problems. Javon Evans' debut and team with Rey Fenix vs Los Garzas shows that not only does the Blue Brand have some regular teams such as the Street Profits and DIY, it has the potential for randomly pairing wrestlers into exciting tandems. That was good. What about the bad? Is number 1, a night of filler. Last night's SmackDown featured too much formula, including mid-promos from Damian Priest and the painfully predictable storyline involving The Miz claiming credit for Carmelo Hayes' success, and with a few exceptions, nothing of consequence. Number 2, 3 hours is just too much. The WWE treating its extra hour as an afterthought rather than an opportunity to use the time to elevate new talents and create fresh storylines. Opportunity is still knocking, but how much longer will fans care about SmackDown's third hour, and will this potential indifference lead to the same problem that's plagued Raw's extra hour for years, fans tuning out in droves at the third hour? And that promo dragged. Don't forget about Marvel's upcoming summer blockbuster, The Real Fantastic Four were in the ring last night, with Logan Paul, John Cena, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso throwing some blistering bombshells at each other. The only downside is that the segment went on far too long, sapping a bit of the energy out from it. I also think downright ugly, but there's no denying that SmackDown has lost a bit of its edge, with fans curious as to what it will take to get it back. What did you guys think of the Blue Brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at Vince McMahon launches a new entertainment company. At top of today's news is the announcement fans have heard rumors about for months, just what Vince McMahon's new business enterprise entails. Well, WrestleNomics' Brandon Thurston is reporting Vince McMahon has launched a new business venture, forming an investment firm called 14th and I, pursuing opportunities in sports, media, and entertainment. There have been rumors of McMahon pursuing an entertainment-based venture ever since he registered for the 3 limited liability companies last November. According to WrestleNomics' report, 2 recent trademark filings suggest the firm intends to engage in both private equity investment and the development of scripted programming. But why is it called 14th and I? Well, Dave Meltzer explained in the Wrestling Observer that, the company's called 14th and I. That's where Vince McMahon's senior's office used to be. He obviously got nostalgia for that era, probably sees it as the foundation of the McMahon empire. Or what this tells me, he's not done. He's clearly looking to start something else, maybe in wrestling, maybe in sports related, or something more mainstream in entertainment. But Vince still has problems though, and Meltzer mentioned that he's got to clear these things up before he can run the company. So yeah, he can start a company, he's a billionaire, he's got resources, but he's radioactive right now, and unless something drastically changes, that's going to follow him into whatever project he launches. Do you think that McMahon will venture into sports entertainment again? Next up, an AEW star to cause a big shift in WWE. Now, as former AEW Women's Champion Mariah May WWE bound. While nothing has been confirmed, rumor has it that May is still under contract to AEW, but Fightful Selection Ross Sapp is reporting Mariah May has been removed from the AEW roster page. She is expected to go to WWE imminently. A 26-year-old British bombshell was reportedly mulling over whether to stay in AEW or head to WWE, but as we'll see next, it may not have been anything AEW could have done to keep her. And Mariah May has made a fast impression on AEW fans, becoming a top star. However, a new report from Meltzer suggests that May is willing to go to WWE even if the money isn't as good as what she could get in AEW. During an episode of the Wrestling Observer Live, he mentioned it's the same situation with Stephanie Vaquer, where she would have made more money elsewhere, in Vaquer's case a lot more, but their dream was WWE. WWE counts on that, as the same reason they got May and Vaquer is also the same reason that they didn't get Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada, because of the belief that they would value a WrestleMania moment above a larger paycheck or a bigger push. There's a growing perception among some fans and industry observers that the chance for greater exposure in WWE is just one element of the company's appeal. A chance to branch out into other pursuits, particularly Hollywood, is making more wrestlers reconsider WWE. Many fans believe that this is the reason why WWE's made so many call-ups to make room for Mariah May on the NXT brand, who could possibly even debut at the Evolution 2 pay-per-view in July. Next up, fans furious with Karrion Kross getting dropped. The WWE fans are definitely making their displeasure known over the recent announcement that El Grande Americano, CM Punk and AJ Styles will compete this Monday in the Money in the Bank qualifier. While this should be a fantastic match, Karrion Kross fans are asking why Kross, who was reportedly due for a push in WWE, was left entirely out of the qualifiers. Kross replied, "Yep, I saw it too." While Kross fans are disappointed, some are hopeful that WWE will pull a last-minute change with one of the competitors getting taken out, hopefully El Grande Americano, leading to Kross swooping in and earning his rightful spot. Given Kross's heat with AJ Styles, it wouldn't surprise us to see Styles have an unfortunate accident and Karrion Kross to capitalize on it. Do you think Karrion Kross deserves to at least qualify for the Money in the Bank? Next up, a Super WrestleMania coming. It has been reported that WWE has dropped the location for WrestleMania 42 that was originally supposed to be in New Orleans. Whilst there have been reports of the WWE holding WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas again, there were also rumors that WWE might hold a WrestleMania in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. However, Fightful Select reported on the possibility of it being in London, but also Saudi Arabia has long wanted a WrestleMania, but we've not heard of that being in the cards in the coming years. A long-time WWE employee believed that if the WWE does a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, it'll be later in the year and be titled like Super WrestleMania, along with the lines of the Greatest Royal Rumble. But regarding the rumors that WWE could take WrestleMania to Las Vegas more often, many in the company believe that it's a negotiation tactic to encourage cities to bid more. What do you guys think of a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia? Next up, the SmackDown Women's Mid-Card Crisis. Now, has SmackDown's women's card hit the wall? Well, some fans are asking this after Zelina Vega's title defense against Alba Fire, arguing that there aren't enough mid-card heels in the women's division. Fire and Niven are part of former US champion Chelsea Green's secret Her Service, had a great match with Vega, but some critics are arguing that more needs to be done. Is this a fair criticism? After all, the WWE's introduction of a women's mid-card title on SmackDown is just 6 months old, and a quick review of the Blue Brand's roster shows that there are just as many mid-card women's heels as there are mid-card babyfaces. The problem is that SmackDown's writers have taken their time pushing new stars. They've spent months booking Mishin vs Chelsea Green, a feud that lasted far too long. There are plenty of women in the mid-card who could be pushed, including Candice LeRae, Nikki Cross, and B-Fab. It's more a matter of giving them time. WWE also has a small army of female superstars in NXT that are ready for a call-up, but as long as WWE drags its feet booking talent, it won't matter how many female wrestlers are on the roster. What do you think of SmackDown's women's mid-card? Next up, the secret behind Naomi's change. The WWE is crushing it with its current portrayal of Naomi, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion storyline fixation on Bianca Belair, creeping fans out, and in a good way, while adding some dimension to her persona, including her new red hair. Yeah, Naomi has made a big change with her appearance. She's gone from having black hair to now red hair, but there's a great small detail within it. As if you recall on previous SmackDowns, Naomi had razor blades all in her hair. The razor blades are now out of her hair, but that has now turned her hair blood red. This is a fantastic little detail. Next up, what happened to Bianca Belair's homecoming? Bianca Belair had an emotional appearance on SmackDown with the 30th May episode taking place in her hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. While the EST received a warm welcome, she didn't get the spectacular entrance originally planned, at least according to recent reports from WrestleVotes. Belair backers were thrilled when WrestleVotes tweeted, "You guys can expect a big-time entrance for the returning Bianca Belair tonight in her hometown." However, plans may have changed as WrestleVotes later reported, so yeah, as of 6 p.m, Bianca was set to enter with the University of Tennessee marching band. I don't know what happened between 6 p.m. and the showtime, nor do I care. They can change things as they please, and they love to just do that. Now, it could be possible that WrestleVotes received some poor information, or WWE really did just change the plans at the last minute. And finally, Wade Barrett forgot WWE SmackDown was still on the air. And last but not least, add Wade Barrett to the list of WWE announcers to fall victim to a hot microphone. Barrett apparently forgot SmackDown was still on the air when he observed, "You gotta see that view from behind us. Look at that shit," while WWE fans were enjoying a yeet with Jey Uso. Fans have heard much worse from The Rock. Wade's comment is definitely giving fans a good laugh.